Hey guys, so if you have neuropathy, you may have tried to treat it by treating your diabetes or insulin resistance with a low-carb diet, ketogenic diet, carnivore, or intermittent fasting. And I was able to cure my very severe neuropathy 3 years ago. And it runs in my family, and it was very severe by going keto. I've been keto for over 2 years now, and I was able to remove this severe neuropathy. I had a numb nose, numb face, felt like I was wearing a mask, felt like I had gloves on all the time, and there was a lag time to my movements. Sometimes I'd see my hand and not even know it was mine. I'd think it was somebody else's or something else, which sounds really strange. My feet would be it would feel like I was walking on cardboard, just constant burning as well, this dull pain. I also had pain in the side of my face all the time. And it got very, very severe, and I finally changed my diet and eliminated all carbs and completely cured it. Now, the thing that really scared me at first was that the neuropathy seemed to get really bad and worse about 1 week into the diet. And I really felt sad about this until I researched it, and it turns out that this is normal and actually possibly required. So it's called TIND, treatment-induced neuropathy of diabetes. And there's not much research on this, but it is a very real phenomenon. And what happens is, as you lower your blood sugar with insulin injections or diet, you'll get what's called you'll basically get small fiber nerve pain. So it will be superficial. So you'll have pain just on the surfaces, more the surface of your body, all over your legs maybe, and your feet, especially where the damage was. And that is actually a sign of healing. There was a study in 1988, I believe, where a researcher looked at a guy's thigh where he had this TIND pain. And what he found was that there was no signs of degeneration at all, and there were only signs of regenerating nerves and lots of new nerve clusters. And that was what was causing the pain. And research has also shown that just treating your diabetes with diet will also cause this kind of pain. But the thing is you really don't want to quit the diet because of this. And neuropathy is a really hard thing to beat because it will stick around because of even maybe just moderate alcohol consumption. Maybe you're just having a little bit of alcohol here and there, just a drink here and there. Just that can cause your neuropathy to not heal. Also carbohydrates. If you're on a ketogenic diet and you're kind of having some carbs here and there, like having some nuts and maybe having just a little bit of carbs here and there, and you think, oh, it's fine, I still feel fine, my blood sugar's okay, that might still prevent you from healing your neuropathy, because neuropathy can be very severe even if you don't have severe diabetes or even severe signs of insulin resistance. And the reasons for this aren't really clear. It depends on your genetics and how susceptible you are to nerve damage from glucose. So for me, I only had slightly raised blood sugars, and I never had a diagnosis of diabetes, but I do have insulin resistance, and for me, even just a little bit of carbs will really hurt my nerves. If I just have a little bit of rice, my nerves will start hurting. So for me, I had to eliminate all carbs. Like I said, I've been keto for over 2 years. Now I do 1 meal a day, and I only eat carnivore. At least that's what I'm doing right now. And that just makes my nerves feel great. So anyway, what you might notice is when you first do keto, at first you'll notice your hands are quicker. So before, my hands were very slow and dull. My movements were slow. But a few days in, maybe just 1 day into fasting, if you fast, maybe you do 1 meal a day, and so you're fasting until 5 p.m. You might notice until 5 your hands just feel faster, and things will feel really good, and you won't really have any nerve pain. But then maybe 5 days or 4 days in, you will start to get this TIND, superficial nerve pain. But do not have carbs. Do not revert back to your old diet. You really want to just let it burn. And you will notice that the pain is different. It hurts, but it doesn't hurt like the pain before. And you'll have what's called allodynia, which is when your fingers or your skin is actually too sensitive, and your fingers will hurt almost to the touch. And I remember thinking, this is good, this is great. It's like hypersensitive now, whereas before I couldn't even feel my fingertips at all. But I also was worried because it hurt so bad. But luckily, there is research on this phenomenon, and I put my mind at ease after I read it. And I got over it. But yeah, you have to let it burn and think of it as a good sign. When I changed to carnivore, 1 meal a day recently, I did start to get this again. And that's a really good sign. It made me really happy because I'm thinking, oh wow, I have more nerve regrowth to have. And lo and behold, a week or two after this pain and after doing carnivore 1 meal a day, my hands feel amazing. My feet feel amazing. When I walk down the street, I really just feel there in my body. It's a strange thing to say, but I think people with neuropathy kind of get this. And if you haven't treated your neuropathy with a ketogenic diet or a low-carb diet or fasting, you really owe it to yourself to try it. It is the cure to neuropathy. Even if you don't have diabetes, so-called diabetes, even if you don't have a diagnosis, even if you don't think you have insulin resistance, neuropathy is caused from a glucose toxicity to the actual nerves, as is a lot of inflammatory disorders are caused by glucose, but particularly neuropathy is caused by glucose. So you really want to cut it out and then get through this kind of TIND phase where you have this burning, and just trust for maybe 2 weeks and just let it burn. And if you've had neuropathy for a lot of years and a lot of numbness in your feet or hands or elsewhere, it might take even longer. You might have a long period where it just it burns and things kind of slowly get more sensitive, and you really have to be willing to stick through it. Do not have alcohol at this time. Don't even have a single drink. Do not have carbs. Just be as strong as you can. I mean, obviously, if you can't help it, forgive yourself and then just the next day keep on going, get back on track. But you really want to give it time. Give it time. Avoid carbs and let me know what happens. But just so you know, my results have been profound. No more pain anymore. No numbness. It's even affected my brain. Keto has affected me in so many different ways. It's gotten rid of all my elbow pain, and it's helped me in a lot of ways. But yeah, the nerve pain is gone. I feel absolutely phenomenal. But let me know if you guys have nerve pain, and let me know how keto has helped you. For me, it's been amazing. And thank you for watching, guys.